everybody. It's Prospector Jeff, the prospecting artist. I'm out here today in a gorgeous day in wintertime. We had a little bit of a rain last night, so it was able to kind of dampen the ground a little bit, which was good. Not good for dry washing, but good for panning. I got a couple of water holes, and I'm going to show you some really cool gold today. I've been getting some great pans, and I'm going to show you a way to pan when you have very little water to work with. I'm going to show you a panning technique that you can use when you're out in the field and you don't have a whole lot of water. So don't forget down here in the corner right here to subscribe to our channel, High Desert Treasure Hunters. I'd love for you to subscribe and follow our videos. So let me show you a little bit of what I'm looking at right here. Okay, this is the wash that I'm in. You can see there's a few puddles. Here's one that I'm panning in right now. But if you look, it's this incredible bedrock all along here, and so the wash comes down here and makes a corner, and I'm actually working this corner right here. You can see somebody did some dry washing before in the past, but I've been finding gold right along this area right here, and it's because it rained. It was actually pretty good because you can see this conglomerate. So this conglomerate is just like concrete. It's big rocks, and it's just all kind of concreted together, and it's real hard. And then the gold will drop into these little cracks. And what I'm working over here is, actually I'm getting down to the bedrock, and I'm scraping and getting, and it's real damp, which actually, if I was dry washing, it'd be better, but since it's wet, actually it's good because I can kind of scrape this and the gold sticks to the dirt, and then I put it in my pan, and then I pan it. It's pretty cool. Love this place. Already pulled some pretty nice gold out of here. Got a couple little panning holes. Not much, but I'm going to show you a technique that I use to pan when I don't have a whole lot of water. All right, I'm going to show you this technique now. You can see I don't have, my pan, you can look at my pan right now, and there's only like a couple inches of water here, so that's not going to work. So what I use is I use a scoop here. Sorry you can't see me, but see my hands. I use a scoop, and then what I do is I scoop the water in here, wash off all the big rocks. And I'm going to wash off all the big rocks, make sure I don't lose any gold. Okay, so I'm going to put water in here. Okay, you can water it. I'm going to shake it, put some more water, and what I'm doing is I'm shaking and getting all the gold to get down to the bottom of the pan. Now all this stuff on the top here is not any good, so I'm going to scrape it off. And basically that's what I'm going to do is put water in here, shake it around, scrape the top off, make sure that gold gets settled down in the bottom. Shake it. More water in there. Now, when I'm scraping it, what I'm doing is I'm lightly just scraping like just, a 1/4 of an inch the material off the top. Because all the gold's getting down to the bottom of the pan, so all this on the top, I can rake off. Yeah, I'm probably going to lose a little gold, and yeah, I'm going to get wet. I'm already wet. I'm going to shake it. Now, what I'm going to do, because I can hold it with one hand, I'm going to just lightly scrape it off the top, shake it, lightly scrape it off the top, shake it. And I'm just going to work it down until there's just a little bit of material in there. Then I can probably pan it all the way down now, because I can get my pan just a little ways under the water. Okay, do that. Okay. All right, so I got about that much material left. I'll pan it down a little bit more. And then I'm going to walk over here to some clean water. I'll be right back. Scoop a little bit of clean water in here. And now we're going to look and see what we got. I'm going to pick the phone up. Let's see what we got. Look at that. There's got a nugget. Oh my gosh. Look at that. You just saw it, folks. I just dug up some dirt and panned it. Look at all that gold. Look at all that gold. That's got to be, that's a grainer, and it's either a 1 to 2 grainer. That is a nice nugget. So there you go. Look at all the gold. All the little tiny pieces. This is 1 pan. So I'm in a really good spot right now. I'll show you more. Okay, here's another pan. I've been getting several good pans. Let's take a look at this one. Ooh. Ooh. Check it out. Big chunkies. Big chunkies. Bunch of fines up there. Again, this is just 1 pan. There's another nice piece there, right there. Okay, here's another pan. Let's see what we got. Ooh! Look at that. More chunkies. Man! A lot of fine gold over here. Look at those chunkies. Wow. Another good pan. Those are huge. Let's see if there's more. Wow. Look at that. Good pan. Well, we made it back. What an incredible day yesterday. Amazing day. A lot of pans. A lot of great gold. I'm going to show you the gold here in a little while. It's pretty spectacular day. But I wanted to go over this technique a little bit more with you, and then I'll show you all the goodies that I found yesterday. You know, it's such a blessing to go out, especially these days with all the COVID stuff. You know, it's such a blessing to get out, be able just to exercise and go and prospect and find gold. And you know, it's really not about just finding gold, but it's learning how to see concentrations, where the gold concentrates. In another video, I'll do kind of some tips and tricks on how to read washes, and especially in the area I live that's more desert. We don't have a whole lot of water out here, so you have to be really smart about when you go out and pan, and mainly you gotta have water to do that. So what I usually do is I usually bring a big jug of water in my car, and then I fill up a small bottle of water and I put that in my backpack, the jug, and then I hike up into the washes, and then what I usually do is I find the area where I can see where the gold's probably going to settle, and it's usually in a leveling spot. I'll cover this in another video. But then what I do is I scrape off the top gravel to get down to the bedrock, and I scrape the bedrock, and I'll do a sample. I mean, I'm talking about, when I talk about a sample, I'm talking about a fistful of dirt that's right off the bedrock. And then I'll pull out my water, and then I'll do a sample there on site to see kind of what it looks like, you know, if there's gold. And if there's a lot of gold there, then I'll either bring my dry washer in, which is what I usually do, backpack my dry washer up there, and then dry wash, or I'll fill up buckets and bring them back and then pan them at the car. So that's kind of how I do. It's really important to learn how to, when you're prospecting, is doing a lot of test pans. Yesterday, I showed you some of the good pans, and I had a lot of good pans like that. You'll see when I show you the gold. But what I really did is I spent a good chunk of the day doing lots of test pans in areas that looked really good for the gold dropping. Again, I'll cover that in another video because there's some secrets to that. But it was really amazing and you'll get into this where you'll start to see areas where the gold drops, and you'll do a test pan, and then you'll get a good pan, and you go, wow, I can really start to see that. So I want to go over this technique I showed you yesterday. This is what I do when I'm out in the field. I don't have a whole lot of water. Yesterday was a really neat day because it had rained the day before, so there was a couple little puddles, not a whole lot of water. So what I ended up doing is I filled up my pan full of the dirt that I scraped off the bedrock, and then what I did was I took the puddle and I just scooped some water in, because I really didn't have enough depth to be able to pan. So I scooped the water in. Once I got the water up to the top, then I basically, you know, shook it around flat. Notice I'm keeping it flat. I'm not doing this. I'm doing it flat like that to get, you know, swishing around. And what I'm doing is I'm getting all the gold to drop down to the bottom of the pan. And then I rake off the first layer, which are usually the bigger rocks, I rake that off. Now, the reason why I didn't classify, okay, is because that dirt was wet. So you're going to lose gold if you do that way. But anyway, I raked off just the very top surface of rocks, put some more water in, swish it around, do that. And what I did is each time you rake a layer off, and I'm talking about a layer, I'm talking about like this here. You don't want to get to the bottom of the pan because then you'll lose your gold. And you just do that until you work it down until I have again, about a handful of material in the pan that I can then tilt, and then I have enough water, which is about like that. And then I basically do my panning down until I get it down, and then I go usually get some clean water so I can see it, because that water I'm using is so muddy by now. And then that's how I ended up seeing it. It works great. And you know what? Yeah, you're going to lose a little bit of gold, probably mostly fine gold. But you saw yesterday, I was having great pans of fine gold all the way up to nuggets. Found some really great nuggets yesterday. 1.2 grainer, which is the one you saw in the pan, and a bunch of other ones that were about half grainers. I'll show you those here in just a minute. So it was a stellar day. Can't wait for you to see the gold that I found. This is what makes it's exciting. So I'll show you that next. Okay, so here is the gold from yesterday. My goodness, look at this. Wow. That was a stellar day. Let me get it bunched up a little bit. Look at that gold. Look at that. This was all just from panning. That one piece there, that's a 1.2 grainer, and I did a weight of it. The other ones are like 1/2 to 3/4 grainers. It was just a stellar day. Look at that, all that gold. Here is the final weight. 24.56 grains. That is amazing. That was a killer day. 24.56. Okay, here's all the big pieces. I wanted to put them separate so you could kind of see all of them. There's the happy prospector. And look at all these big pieces. 1.22 grains is the largest. But look at the beauty. Those are beautiful, as close as I can get. Those are beautiful pieces of gold. Big, chunky pieces of gold. I'll take that any day. There you have it. So that's some pretty good gold. It was a great day yesterday. You know, if you like these videos, you want to see more, click right here on the corner. Yeah, right there. On the corner right there for more. Subscribe to our channel, High Desert Treasure Hunters, for more videos. It'll encourage us to do more. Thanks for watching, everybody.